Hey, what's up everyone, this is Hoang here, and today we have a Plutomon purple deck profile. So, without further ado, let's get started. To kick us off, we're going to talk about one of Plutomon's greatest tools in its arsenal, Hell's Gate. Hell's Gate is a 6-cost purple option that states you may delete one of your opponent's level 6 or higher Digimon. This card is very impactful because in the current BT5 format, everyone wants to rush to their level 6 boss. Lord Nightmon, Shoutmon, Rafflesia, Hexblau, whatever it may be, Hell's Gate is extremely potent at punishing this. But let's also take into account that Hell's Gate is only 6 cost to play, so if you're at 3 memory, say from your Tamer or such, then you can play the Hell's Gate and set them to 3, which they would have gone to their Tamer, so it's very memory efficient. Up next, we have one of the new tools that Plutomon received in the BT5 format, Earthshaker, or as I like to call it, the Japanese name, Ichinotachi. Earthshaker is a 6-cost option that states delete one of your opponent's unsuspended level 4 and delete one of their unsuspended level 5. This is really impactful because matchups such as Lord Nightmon really like to emphasize the ability to call 2 bodies a turn while locking you to 1, right? They'll call a Nightmon and then they'll call a level 3 and they'll digivolve that level 3 for 1 and then you're stuck at 1. The Earthshaker is very excellent at punishing that. Also, Earthshaker works from security, so if they hit it, then you're able to snipe the Nightmon they had just called. Very effective. And let's not forget that they don't need both a 4 and a 5, they just need one or the other for you to get this card off. So don't worry about them having only a 5 or only a 4, you can still resolve the Earthshaker. And now, the boss of the deck, Plutomon himself. Plutomon is a 4-cost Digivolve and states when Digivolving you may draw 2, and then you can play a purple option that is 6 cost or less from your hand without paying its cost. So what makes Plutomon so versatile? Well, number one, he's one of the most consistent purple bosses. He has a built-in draw too. So let's say you go Lady Devi for 3, okay, we go to 0. Lady Devi draw 2, discard 2, and then we Digivolve into Plutomon. Okay, now Plutomon, draw 1 for Digivolve, and then draw 2 for his effect. Okay, so you drew 3 off of Lady Devi, albeit you discarded 2, but still, it's purple. And then you draw 3 off of Plutomon, okay? That's a total of 6 cards worth of advantage. So, really strong stuff, very consistent. And then being able to play a good variety of purple 6s, you play Earthshaker or Hell's Gate for free. And that's really great because your opponent doesn't know what's to come. Did they play around Did they play around Earthshaker or did they play around Hell's Gate? It's hard to tell, and they really have to read into that situation. So that element of surprise is very effective. Now, going into the different techs that we can incorporate into the purple Plutomon deck. Purple by nature is super toolbox heavy. And what I mean by that is there is a lot of different cool purple cards that you can play. But keep in mind that purple as a color is super duper combo reliant. One purple card is not enough. It needs to see several pieces to go alongside it. Chaos Gallantmon, for example, saw a lot of play in Plutomon decks alongside Tactimon. They were like a purple toolbox style of deck. Chaos Gallantmon, however, is very easy to play around. If your opponent hides in Raising, then Chaos Gallantmon very rarely gets value. Also take into account, Chaos Gallantmon needs to see that Guilmon so that you're not passing 4 potentially and whiffing. So that's an example of combo heavy style. We can consider techs such as Lilithmon, but then if you play Lilithmon, then we have to consider running Jackraid, and Jackraid can be dead early game, thoughts like that. And we can also consider the Cerberus package, but if you play the Cerberus package, then you have to run both Cerberuses. And this is kind of what I'm getting at, where everything's a combo piece, but at the same time, those combo pieces, if they go off, very, very strong. We did see the Cerberus package actually feature in a Lilith loop, and so, why can't we run Cerberus package in what was originally intended to be, that Pluto package? Because you can go Cerberus, pop Cerberus, go into Werewolf mode, draw 2, discard 1, and then go into that Plutomon on top, right? That's just an example. So there's a lot of really cool things you can do in purple, not to mention you have things like Gazimon, or things like Mastemon, etc. Now, the matchups as Plutomon. Plutomon is a deck that is very flexible, and against the BT5 meta, majority of the meta rather, you do pretty well because Hell's Gate exists as a card and you're able to just blow people out. If they try to play around the Hell's Gate, then that means they're not climbing to 6, which means they're putting themselves at a potential disadvantage, and you also just have greater consistency overall than, say, Lilith Loop. So in not a best of 8, but rather a 8-round tournament or a 9-round tournament as we've seen recently, that consistency you bump you're getting from Plutomon can be really, really desirable. But take into account matchups that have really strong late game. Decks such as Security Control is the biggest example because you only have so many options to handle all of their massive threats, and at some point you just run out of options and you just can't handle what's coming at you anymore. Now, I want to talk about the deck list from Dingo, who made a top 16 at the Oceania Regionals very, very recently. He gave me a few pointers about this deck, and I actually helped him make it alongside Tessero, who we've, talked about very frequently on this channel. But together, the three of us made together this really dope list, and he got top 16 with it. So kudos to you, Dingo. But nonetheless, let's really get into it. So you notice it only plays 4 DigiEggs. And initially, he was like, oh, do I play like a Pagumon or a Yamon? I was just like, they all suck. Just play Demi-Maramon. If you don't see Demi-Maramon, it's literally a dud. And so you only play 4 Demi-Maramon. And it worked out really well because Demi-Maramon is by far the best purple egg, And then we do see the 5 Vanillas, 4 Demi-Devimon and 1 Candlemon. Vanillas are just potent, very effective at choking. Choking your opponent to 1 is really powerful. It also allows you to squeeze in an additional body, and when you're trying to match decks such as Lord Nightmon or Green in terms of bodies and pressure, the Vanillas come up a lot. We do see the 3 Gabumon. Gabumon is fantastic as a draw engine, and we're not like many other purple decks where we want to retain our body on board. Plutomon is, once you Digivolve into it, he got his value. So if you lose that stack, you're kind of okay with it, honestly. And then you can get that Gabumon value, which is really nice. We see 2 Gazimon. Memory control is very important in the BT5 format. Imperial Ultramon as a deck is all about that memory gain, which is something really important to take into account. We also see Blinding Ray is an obnoxious card, and if you can cuck Blinding Ray, I mean, it's just worth it, right? 3 Sukaimon, because it's the same logic as Gabumon. It's that stack got value, so if the stack were to die, then you're totally content with that. And then we play the 1 Gilmon for the card that we'll talk about in a bit. We play 4 Vilemon and 4 Devimon blocker. Rookie Rush is a huge factor in the current meta, as well as Shoutmon, which is a very big fan favorite. And we also see that Lord Nightmon sometimes can struggle clearing those 6Ks out because Nightmon is only -4, so you're able to block the initial Lord Knight hit if need be. So 8 blockers is very, very justified. Then we see 2 Vengeance Devi because Vengeance Devi is just too good not to run to some extent. And then 2 Maramon. We don't have to run 4 Maramon because we do have those 4 blocker Devimons. So that's 6 1-cost evolutions in total. So, getting that ramp really well. We feature 2 Skull Maramon because 2-cost evolution for level 5 is powerful. And again, we're playing Plutomon. We get all of our value on Digivolve. So if we can Digivolve into Pluto off of 3 memory, that's huge. 3 Lady Devimon, draw 2. Discard 2, fantastic, as well as that ESS in an option-based deck like Plutomon. If you have Lady Devimon, Digivolve into the Plutomon, and then you play an option for free, you can proc that Lady Devi ESS, and maybe you can snipe a few extra bodies. 3 Black War Growlmon. Black War Growlmon is a phenomenal card. Not only does it give you pressure in the restand, but also it allows you to spawn a body. This synergizes well with the Gilmon that we mentioned previously, and you can use this to potentially combo off with Sukaimon and Gabumon, right? If we revive one of them and then Digivolve into Maramon, for example, we can swing our Plutomon and pop that and get value. So some really cool combos that you can pull off. Going into our 6 slots, we see the 1 Anubismon. Purple 6s are really tight, just because there's so many, just because there's so many that you can play. But Anubismon is a 3-cost evolution that, again, is on Digivolve, so it just gains immediate value. And our revive targets are pretty solid, right? You can revive, again, the Sukai and Gabumon that we mentioned, because then you can go into that 1-cost. Also, Sukaimon is on delete, and it works both players' turns, so if they kill the blocker, and it passes the memory over, you can just force turn like that. We do see we can also revive the 1 Gilmon, and again, Gilmon, Black War Growlmon synergy, fantastic. So Anubismon in general is just a really strong tempo play, because sometimes you don't want a Plutomon because your opponent doesn't have a board of Plutomon, right? It's a valid stance. We do see the 4 Plutomon because this is a Plutomon style deck. I do want to take note that Plutomon, even if you don't resolve an option, if you're able to get that draw 2, sometimes that's enough to just push tempo. And then we play the 1 Tactumon. Tactumon can be really, very, very excellent into the Lord Knight matchup because if they use rookies to increase their DP, you can snipe all 3 of their rookies as well as gain memory and then beat over Lord Knightmon because you can swing upwards of 15k, which is very difficult for Lord Knight to deal with. So Tactumon, not only is it great into Rookie Rush, but also it's very good into Lord Knight. In our level 7 slots, we see the 1 Millenniumon and the 2 Defeats. Now, a lot of people really like to play Zwart. Like regular Zwart, like Call 2 Zwart, and I think I don't think it's worth it in a lot of cases, unless you're playing something like Lilith Loop. And the reason why that is because Lord Nightmon just clears the board too easily. You know, you guys have all seen what Lord Nightmon is capable of doing. So if you go into, if you go into Zwart and you pass 6, and Lord Nightmon goes, okay, cool, I'll just clear your board on 3 memory. You know, like what are you really accomplishing there? So instead, we're playing Digimon that have actual immediate value. Millennium Mod not only removes a body, which in tangent with Plutomon's Earthshaker or Hellsgate, very potent, but also, Lord Knight tries to remove it, it sticks to the board. 13k is not an easy feat to reach either, because that survives War Growl plus Slash, because that's only 12k, while Millie is 13, so they have to find the extra 1k from somewhere, which they usually can, but even then, they've invested a lot of resources for a body that's just going to return to the board anyway. And then 2, Zwart Defeat. Zwart Defeat not only is a powerful security bomb in combination with Earthshaker or Deathclaw, but also being able to pop a Tamer is huge this format. I think every single deck relies on Tamer to some extent. Then we have the 3 Hellgate and 2 Earthshaker. This ratio is very interchangeable. The reason why we talked about doing 3 Hellsgate though is because this is a format where everyone wants to go to level 6. So you want to have that 6 snipe as often as you can. But we saw in Japan, Earthshaker saw more play than Hellsgate. So I guess it really depends on you as a player's preference, but I feel like Hellsgate at 3 was the call. And then 1 Deathclaw. Deathclaw has a lot of insane synergy with Defeat specifically, really. Not only, I mean, it has synergy with Guilmon, really. I mean, with Guilmon as well, but Defeat is really, really great in this scenario. And the reason why is because you can Digivolve into Defeat, pop a Tamer, and then you can Deathclaw, pop one at a level 4 lower, pop Defeat, and destroy one of their other Digimon. One really cool thing you can do also is that, let's say we're on Black War Growlmon, Digiburst, call back that Guilmon, then we can Digivolve into Plutomon, and then Plutomon can play Deathclaw, and then Deathclaw can pop the Guilmon we had just revived, thus gaining back overall 1 memory. Suddenly, Plutomon is now a 3-cost Digivolution. Really cool stuff. And then finally, we see the 1 purple mat. The reason we only play 1 purple mat and why we're not playing more memory chambers is because Plutomon is a 4-cost Digivolution. So 3 is not a huge memory interval for this deck, because oftentimes, even if you have 3 memory, you're just going to end up passing regardless. And so because of that reasoning, we don't need to see memory chambers as often as, say, something like Lord Nightmon or Grand Kuwagamon, who are 3-cost Digivolutions. Coming up next, we have some gameplay footage of the deck, so stay tuned. Alright everyone, we are finally here for the Plutomon gameplay footage. It has been a very hot sec, but finally, now that regionals are over, we are going to get some gameplay down underway. Alright. So, the trusty old dice. And if anyone recognizes what the background music is, I'd be very impressed. Tied on a 4! Just as all great players do. Alright. Okay, so we're going first. Sounds peachy. Ah, hell yeah! I love my opening hand. This opening hand is Pog. Alright. Hatch. It's sick. It's sicko mode, boys. It's extra sicko mode. Shit. Come draw. Okay, so talked about in the video, security control. It can be a very difficult matchup. Is the camera lagging this? If the camera's lagging this, we're just gonna turn it off. Alright. We're good? We're good? We're good? We're good. Okay. Maramon. Okay, I gotta get cycle as much as possibly can. Why is this lagging? I don't know why. But it is, and that's very annoying. Okay, I think we're good now, but okay, how do we want to approach this? How do we want to approach this? How do we want to approach this? Because I am terrified if Ragna decides to pop out. That'd be very, very scary. I think we just go Demi-Devi and then go into our Devimon. Not like this threatens Ragna or anything, unfortunately, but nonetheless. Okay, so yeah, this is like a Mega Zoo style deck, and there is the Ragna. Alright, I'm assuming he has the other Legend Arm piece. Yep, there it is. Okay, he has blocker, not piercing. Okay. And he will have that reboot, so then we can't hit it with the Devimon, unfortunately. But if we draw into our Hell's Gate, then it's fine. Everything is fine. Do we eat this? I think we have to eat this. Is this 2 damage? Alright, so come on, you're gone. Alright. Hell's Gate, add to hand. Perfect. Love to see it. Love to see it. Love to see it. Love to see it. Yep. So, oof. That's annoying. Alright. Okay. I mean, do we potentially just want to let him go to Ragna again? That's a really scary thought. I don't like that thought. It's kind of spooky. Not gonna lie. I'm trying to think. How do I want to approach this setup? Because he has blocker up right now. Then again, ooh, I have an idea. So we go Skullmera. Okay, this does go in. Cool. Go to 3. Draw 1. Discard 1. I think this is potentially very useless, but at the same time, I probably don't need this many blockers either. So I'm just gonna get rid of that. Okay. And then what we could do, because he doesn't want to go, he doesn't want to lose his Ragnar to Devimon, right? That's like the very obvious what's happening here. I can't do that either because that's Digiburst 3, unfortunately. So we're gonna go into Skullmeramon here because I want to get that at cycle 1. It's not what we want to see. If that was a Plutomon, I would have been very happy, but it's not a Plutomon. Kind of sad. He only has 4 cards in his hand though, so we're just gonna Hellscape. It do be like that. It do be like that. I have no idea what is eating my computer away though. Let's see. Can we find out? It's looking better now, but yeah, we just block this. It is what it is. Yeah, just block it. Okay, and then he potentially swings into it with piercing. Oh, defeat. Okay, interesting. What is happening here? Yeah, seems good. Does he go into X? Yep. Okay, so it's X. Nice. Yep. Seems good. Can we draw into Hellscape? No? Alright. Kinda rude. Although I do like the fact that we can swing and force him to lose his sources. That is really nice. Because we were just gonna, I mean, like, the stack is gonna die anyway. It doesn't matter, right? So I like the idea of just forcing like some kind of pressure. Oh, we get the Pluto. Okay, nice. So the Pluto, the setup for next turn. That's really great. Yeah, because like the Omni X is gonna swing, and then we lose this anyway, right? So might as well like force him to lose sources, right? That just makes the most sense. Bright Ultra, sure. Cool. But that Omni X he doesn't have anything. He's out of sources. So maybe we can fuck with that a little bit. What do we have in our trash? We have Sukemon's? Perfect. Love it. Because we don't want to lose. This Demi-Meramon means very little because we don't want to lose our stack. So we're going to go into the Demi-Meramon. Not Demi-Meramon. We're going to go into that. Oh, a little bit of lag. That was weird. I'm going to go into Plutomon. Okay. Go to 3. Draw 1. Draw 2. We didn't draw into what we needed. Didn't draw into it. Okay. Well, that's a shame. That is a darn shame. But he doesn't have lethal. I was really hoping we'd get it in 3. Kind of sucks we didn't. Let's see. Still not getting it. But that does kill. That does kill our Digimon. That would kill. No, I hyped it up saying that this was like a very consistent deck, but you know, here we are. Not getting that consistency you want to see. This blocker is very likely to die, and I don't like the thought of that. So I'm actually going to swing, effect, kill that. Okay, well. Alright. Go next. Go next. Yeah? Well, damn. I think that's a go next. Yeah. Yep. And time mat, yeah. Guys, I swear I swear I play options. Guys, I swear I play options. Guys, I swear I play options. Okay, well. Okay, so remember that in the video I was talking about, man, we really like struggle with decks that just have long game and so many large bodies. You know, this is kind of like what I was talking about. You don't have enough options for everything that's coming at you. But still, it's fun. It's fun. Okay, we'll do one more. This is not a good Pluto showcase. This is, but it happens. It happens. You can't choose what happens. You just gotta roll with it. All right. So what is to come? Me second. See, as the opponent to security control or Mega Zoo or what any style of this, you want to go second because then they either have to give you a buttload of memory turn 1 or they just pass. That's called advantage. Earthshaker is literally useless right now. Okay, there's the Phoenix Mon. Yep, that's what I'm talking about. They just have to pass all that yummy advantage. How do I want to do this actually? We could do this a couple of ways. We could actually do this a couple of ways. I could play this Devimon. No, I think it's fine. We have 10 memory. I think we can just slow play it. Okay. Sukaimon, sure. Go to 7. Vilemon, go to 5. Draw, perfect. Lady Devimon, go to 2. Draw, discard 2. Ah, you love to see it. You love to see it. This is not happening. We hold on to the other Ricky, so I'll get rid of one of these. Yep, and Hell's Gate. Okay, so now we only have 2 Hell's Gate. Oh god, we only have 2 Hell's Gate. Shit. Shit. Fudge. We can go into defeat though. That's really nice. Crash this in. Okay, die. Yep, perfect. Okay, draw 1, discard 1. Nice. Earthshaker is probably useless. Probably. I'm gonna go with probably useless. I'm gonna go into Anubis. Draw. Oh, nice Devimon. Nice. We're going to revive this. Cool. Get that value. Get that little bit of value. It does have haste as well, so that's pretty nice. So a nice one for haste. Cool. I'm chill with that. I'm very chill with that. I could just threaten Swart, but I don't think I need to right now, right? I don't think I need to. Devimon loses to Voltramon, which we just saw our opponent drop. That's really scary. I think we potentially play Gilmon, go to 0, and one sec, guys. Okay, we're back. So we dropped the Gilmon, go to 0, and then gonna go into Gazimon, draw, go to 3, because I mean, like if he has the Volk, then Devimon's gonna die anyway. But then we also just saw the Volk go to trash, so it's okay. So what's the play here? I mean, like, because we always have this defeat, right? If he goes into Ragna, I mean, it's not like Ragna's gonna like clear a threat. Thank you, Volky, for subscribing. Ironically, yeah. So we can always threaten to defeat, and I feel like defeat's pretty solid here because defeat is able to clear out what little few bodies he has. He's swinging. Earthshaker, Lamau, XD. Okay, and if he doesn't go into Ragna, if he doesn't get that reboot. Oh, okay. Well, that would also do it. Okay. Then I gain a memory. Oh, wait. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. What do I do? Ooh! Does that do anything? No, right? It doesn't do anything. It's cool. It doesn't do anything. Yeah, it doesn't do anything. If I double swing, then I could crash, but like it's not very potent either. Oh well. Swing, gain memory, 13k. If I die to security, this would be kind of sad. Okay, cool. We're good. Going to defeat. We could have potentially dropped another rookie to threaten lethal here, but I think locking him to 1 is just fairly safe. Okay. If we lock him to 1, that really limits what kind of plays he can do. Oh, Omni X, what the hell? Okay, cool. Deathclaw? Nice. Nice. You see the death? You see the Deathclaw shenanigans that can ensue? PogChamp plays? Let it go through. Ah, you hate to see it. You hate to see it. Okay. I mean, it happens. Kill, gain a memory. Then I think. I know there's no Demi-Maramon in that stack. Okay, cool. I'm judged with that. Alright, Deathclaw value. You saw it first. You witnessed it here, boys and girls. I mean, there's just no reason not to, right? Cool. And if he has the Volk, he has a Volk. Yep, there it is. Okay. Well. It do be like that. How many Volks could one person really have, though? What's the difference between 4 and 2? Nothing. What are the odds he has another Volk? Not Volk, but just something to out this. But oh, yeah, that would do it. Okay. Yep. Yeah, that would do it. All right, GG. All right, well, feels bad. All right, but anyway. So hopefully that was okay. Wasn't exactly the most educational, but was at least fun to watch. So regardless, thanks guys for coming out, and see you soon.